All right, let's get right into it. For what, decades now, we've had this one way of talking to our computers. We click, we type, we give it commands. But something huge is happening right now with Windows 11. We're seeing this massive shift from just giving orders to actually having a conversation with our PC. And honestly, it's about to completely change how we get stuff done. Just think about this for a second. What if, instead of you doing all the heavy lifting, hunting through menus, clicking a dozen times, what if your computer could just understand your goal and actually help you get there? That's the core idea we're going to unpack today. So let's start with the big picture here. We are fundamentally moving away from this old relationship where our PC is just a passive tool, just sitting there waiting for us to tell it exactly what to do. And this slide, it just nails the difference. On the left, you've got the classic operating system. It's a tool. It does what you tell it to do, and that's it. But on the right, that's the new idea, the operating partner. This is a system that's actually designed to understand what you're trying to do, and then it actively helps you. It's not just about searching for an answer. It's about speaking a sentence and getting the work done. Now, the reason this change is so important is because it solves this one huge, nagging problem, what Microsoft calls the gap between advice and action. You've totally felt this, right? You ask an AI a question, it gives you a perfect answer, but then you still have to go back to your desktop, open 3 different apps, and click through all the steps yourself. That back and forth, it just kills your focus. This new approach is all about closing that gap for good. So how does this whole operating partner thing actually work under the hood? Well, it's built on 3 main pillars that work together in what you can kind of think of as a new AI triangle. First up, you've got voice. With a simple wake phrase you opt into, "Hey, Copilot," your voice becomes the main way you interact. You're not just typing anymore, you're speaking what you want to do directly to your machine, completely hands-free. It's all about making it feel way more natural and immediate. Next is vision, and this is the part that provides all the context. When you give it permission, Copilot can literally see what's on your screen, the buttons, the text, the whole layout. So it's not just guessing. It knows you're looking at a settings page or a video editor, which means it can give you super precise help. And the third pillar is actions. This is where the magic really happens. Think of actions as these little pre-approved playbooks that let Copilot carry out complex multi-step tasks for you, but in a totally safe and controlled way. So voice is your interface, vision is your map, and actions? Well, actions are your hands, doing all that repetitive work for you. And this is where it all clicks together in this simple little loop. First, you speak a command. Then Copilot uses its vision to see the context of what you're doing. And finally, it performs the actions to get the job done. It's this simple but powerful cycle. Speak, see, do. And it turns one sentence into minutes of safe time. This right here is the engine behind the entire operating partner idea. Okay, so that's the theory. Let's look at how this all comes together with some real-world examples. This is where you can start to feel the incredible potential for saving time and just cutting out the friction from your day. Okay, picture this, a video creator. Instead of making like 14 different clicks to import clips, drag them onto the timeline, add transitions, and set up an export, they can just say this one sentence. They get to jump right into the creative part, the storytelling, while all the boring mechanical tasks just happen on their own. Or what about a researcher? Copilot can see the PDF they have open, pull out the key points for them, and then boom, jump right over to their calendar to block out time to work on it later. No more jumping between windows, no more copy pasting. It's all seamless. And for anyone who's ever been stuck doing meeting follow-up, this is an absolute game changer. At the end of a call, one sentence can grab all the to-dos, assign them to the right people, and post a summary to the team channel. What used to be a tedious 7-minute job now takes maybe 30 seconds. And that's the crucial point right here on this chart. We're not talking about shaving off a couple of seconds. Look at this difference. We are literally talking about compressing a task that used to take 5 minutes all the way down to 30 seconds. That's a 90% reduction in time spent on what is basically just digital grunt work. This is a massive shift in what productivity looks like. Of course, giving an AI this much power brings up a really important question right away. How do you make sure that you are always the one in control? Well, Microsoft has built in some really critical safety guardrails. First off, that "Hey Copilot" wake phrase, it's off by default. You have to choose to turn it on. Vision always asks for your consent before seeing your screen, and you can take that permission away at any time. The actions are starting small, in a limited preview so they can be fine-tuned. And maybe most importantly, you see a visible list of the steps as it's running, and you can pause or stop it at any point. The entire philosophy is built around this one guiding principle: power without surprise. The goal is to give you powerful help without ever doing something you didn't see coming. You see the plan, you give it the green light, and you can pull the plug in instantly if anything looks off. You're the director. So, if you're thinking about trying this out, here are 3 of the safest, highest reward things you can start with. First, file organization. Renaming, moving, sorting files. It's super low risk and brings instant order to your chaos. Second, calendar scaffolding. Creating focus blocks or reminders. It's easy to check and undo if you need to. And third, using it to explain and guide you, like asking it to clarify a really confusing settings page. It's a perfect way to learn, and it's totally error-proof. Finally, let's zoom out for a second. This stuff is just the beginning. So where is all of this headed in the near future? You can think of it like a widening circle of what's possible. Right now, we're in the first ring with verified, super safe actions. But soon, we're going to see communities sharing action playlists that are built for specific jobs, like a whole editing stack for creators or grading helpers for teachers. And then in the future, we'll see multi-agent chains, where, say, a research agent hands off its findings to a writing agent who then passes it to a scheduling agent, all with you just supervising the whole process. And this all leads to a really fascinating outcome. A completely new type of job is going to emerge: the agent workflow designer. This person will be part project manager, part automation expert, basically mapping out complex tasks for these AI agents to handle. The implications are huge. Think about how knowing spreadsheets changed finance and operations. While designing AI workflows is going to be the next version of that. It's going to be the new spreadsheet fluency, a must-have skill for the modern workplace. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this question. Just think about your own day, all your own digital chores. What is the very first tedious 5-minute task that you're going to turn into a single sentence? Because this isn't just about saving a little time here and there. It's about reclaiming your focus for the work that actually matters. The shift from operating system to operating partner is here, and it all starts with that one simple command.